There's nothing more powerful than you making your thing happen, doing business on your terms.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Brand new week, very excited for today. Today's obviously a bank holiday, so yeah, we just have to be careful trading today, because whether the volume comes or not, we will have to see. But obviously we have a brand new week, end of the month, so yeah, very excited. Good morning everyone, hope we have a good week. Let me just mute that. Okay, so yeah, obviously we have we got bank holiday, US dollar, not US dollar, US bank holiday, German, French, UK, and Chinese. So whether there will be volume today, who knows? Asia hasn't looked that bad. There's actually been a decent amount of volume during Asia. So who knows? Maybe we get some volume and we can look at some trades. So let's start with gold. We'll start with the weekly to see what we did. Okay, so last week, obviously, we talked about potentially filling this wick on the weekly. Okay, and obviously we went down and filled that wick. Okay, so today, technically, we have the exact same thing this week. Okay, we have a nearly 100 pip wick to fill. We can see we've already created a bottom wick on the weekly, but we haven't created a top wick. Okay, so there's a good chance this candle will flip up to create a top wick like we did here. Okay, and that one there was 80 pips, almost 70 pips. So yeah, the only thing is we don't know how far this thing's gonna go. You know, it could go 20 pips, or it could go all the way back up to here to 370 pips and then flip back to bearish. Okay, so we just have to be careful how we approach that, because obviously the bias is bearish, and there's a good chance we're going to continue down probably to around 1927 down here. Okay, but we can see there's a good chance we're going to create a top wick. Okay, so we flip down to the daily. We can see the daily. Wow. So daily's closed bullish on Friday. Okay, and again, we haven't created a top wick on the daily, obviously, because the weekly also hasn't created a top wick. So if this daily flips, I would not be surprised if we push to fill this wick. Okay, and that's 100 pip range. Okay, to push to fill this wick, because obviously the daily is bullish. Okay, the weekly is bearish, but the daily is bullish. Okay, so sells will be looking probably like below this area to fill this range, and buys will have to look at the lower time frames to look below to fill this area here. Okay, so let's look to the 4 hour. 4 hour, we can see we're in a bit of a range. Okay, so we failed to make new lows, respected these areas to the left. So maybe we can look to break above here and continue back up to these highs, or break below here. Okay, let's look 1 hour. 1 hour, yeah, so we got some key resistance right here, and obviously some support right here. Okay, so in this area, I don't think we're going to see any trades. Okay, just because there's no real direction, and we just have to wait to see what happens with that. Okay, 30-minute. There's actually a bit of volume, to be fair. It's not like price is just sitting. Right, so I think maybe above these areas. Let's have a look on the 15. It's an ad. No. Right, how big is this? 15 pip range. How does this look on the 30? Potential wick fill. 1 hour, 4 hour. Daily. Right, okay. So I'm gonna have potential buys above here if we get a closure. We can see the daily will be flipping, and all we're trying to do is see price fill this wick. Okay, because obviously the daily is bullish. So what is our bias going to be today? Bullish. Okay. We have to be careful about the weekly, because I think there's a good chance we're going to come down to close by the end of the week down here. But that's still a while away, and I think there's a good chance we can fill this wick. Okay, 30-minute, yeah. So if we look 15-minute, we got clean range above here. If a candle closes above here, there's a good chance we can push at least to these areas, 15 pips, potentially all the way up to those 4-hour highs. Okay, buys above there. In terms of sells, let's have a look. Where can we look for sells? How big is this? Also 15. It might just have to be, honestly, potentially here. Let's have a look. Long way back. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna put this here so we can see what's going on. What's GJ doing? Ooh, GJ is pushing. Might just have to have a look at GJ in a sec, but now let's just find this sell level on gold. So this is the low of the current consolidation. Okay. So can we take sells below this level? We have a 7 pip range to the nearest resistance. And then we have potentially there 13 pip range. Yeah, we got 10 pips there. Okay, I'm happy to say that if price closes below this area down here, considering the weekly is bearish, there's a good chance we can at least fill 15 pips down to these lows. Okay, so we're gonna have sells below here. Okay, obviously we have to, you know, check what price is doing at the time, but that doesn't look bad. Okay, GJ on the weekly, again, we had a massive bullish close last week. It was stuck in that consolidation the whole week. And we were waiting for the buys above this area. Just hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna let my dog out. Yeah, so on the 4-hour, we were waiting for buys above this level for so long, and then it broke above during New York and then pushed. And we weren't trading New York, so that's fine. But again, on the weekly and the daily, we can see we're very bullish, but again, we haven't created that bottom wick. Okay, so there's a good chance we can push down. This candle could push down all the way to here and then still flip. Okay, so if we come down to the lower time frames, currently everything is bearish. 4 hours bearish, daily and weekly are giving bearish, you know, potential because we haven't created a bottom wick. 1 hour's bearish, breaking the lows. So let's look if we can find some levels to take sells. So you can see a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. Not that, you know, I really trade patterns, but it's just interesting. Okay. So 15-minute level is around here. Can we look at sells below this level? 6 pips. Not really something I'm too... so we just had the 15-minute close below this level. But again, we have 6 pips to fill to this area. And I don't really think that's worth it. Not I don't really think, I know that's not worth it. We are much better off waiting for... where can we look for? This area is just a bit messy, if I'm honest. Okay, yeah. So we can see to the left here, this area, we have a minor resistance right here, or support. But I think if we can close below here, there's a very good chance we can continue to fill this clean area to the left here, okay? We will just have to be careful with this area if we get in a trade, considering we have some, you know, just a lot of stuff everywhere. So we just have to be careful with that, but yes. Can look for sells below here potentially, okay? And in terms of buys, where's this daily flip? So daily flip is around here. Just want to see how this looks. Yeah, so maybe above that 4-hour high, we can look at something. 30-minute looks clean. Or are we just better off waiting? Yeah, we're much better off just waiting for buys above here. You know, if we take buys above here, we got stuff we're running into there. It's just, you know, there's so many levels in here that we could get caught up in. If we're in a position, I'd much rather just wait for price to clear these zones on the 15-minute and then take buys above there, okay? Simple as that. But in saying that, I don't know if we're going to get any volume today because of this. So just have to be patient today. I mean, just a bit of a fun stream, I guess. I don't know if we're going to get any trades, but who knows? But it's good to start the week. So buys above here. The sun beating me. All right. So we got our levels, we got our plan. Now we just have to wait. As always. Yeah, it's gonna be a gamble whether we get any volume today or yeah, it's just Monday as well. That's true. It's also Monday, so it's bank holiday. It's Monday. Got to be careful today. But I mean, during Asia, I mean GJ, we still have the Japanese yen running. Okay, so Japanese banks and whatever is still running. So GJ could still see some volume. Because it's still Asia session right now, Tokyo session, pardon me, and that is open. So that's open until late London. Okay, so there's no reason for GJ not to have any volume. Obviously it might be a bit less because there's only one pair acting on this, so we'll just have to wait and see. But gold, I don't know if gold's gonna get any volume, if I'm honest. If you were very aggressive, I guess you could have looked at 15-minute closure below this level on this 15-minute candle, and you could have looked at a wick fill. Although you didn't get a big top wick, you could use the 30, I believe. yeah, use the previous 30 as a stop loss, 10 pip stop, and you go break even right around here. But I mean, yeah, it's just like, is it really worth risking 10 pips to potentially get 6 pips on a break even? Like, I don't know. It's just on the beginning of a Monday when you haven't made any money for the week. It's just like, much rather your first trade be a good one for the week. You know what I mean? Whereas if we get down here, we can trust volume to potentially break through here. And then we get a much cleaner range down to here. Okay, we get a 10 pip break even to this level. And then we can continue bearish for another 10 pips. So yeah, just got to think of it in terms of probabilities. Is there any news over the weekend? This is so stupid. This debt limit. I was reading about it the other day, and essentially all they do is they have to have like a limit on the US debt. So every 2 years, I think, the president meets with whoever's in charge of the debt, and they just agree to raise the debt ceiling, so it's legally higher. Like, that is so stupid, yet they do it every single year. It's pretty funny, to be honest. Actually want to read it. Look up US debt. So this is what they do every year. They just meet up and decide to raise the debt ceiling. Like, I don't know. That's so stupid. Like, why don't you just set a limit? I don't know. You know, maybe there's a method behind their madness. Wow, we're actually getting some movement here in Goldie. This daily push on gold could be really nice. We've respected the lows, and we have a good chance of filling this wick, I think. You can see we respected these levels on the daily. Weekly has created a bottom wick, and we've rejected. So now flipping to potentially create that bullish wick. Because if you look at a weekly candle specifically, there's a very low chance it's not going to create a top wick or a bottom wick. Like here, even though it's a very full candle, it still created a bottom wick that was 60 pips, you know? And this one didn't actually create a top wick, but almost all of the weekly candles or the daily candles have a top wick or a bottom wick. So just got to think about where you can find your level or your area to trade. Oh, let me just put the chat in. yeah, so it'd be good to finish off the month with a couple of W's. Last week was very slow. We didn't really take anything. I had 2 trades last week. Pretty crazy. Yeah, honestly, if we're sitting at like, let's have a look here. If we're sitting at London Open around 5 p.m. my time and we haven't budged, probably just gonna call it, because the chance of us moving as we go later into the day just becomes less and less. So yeah, I think if nothing's happened by New York, I don't think there's gonna be any moves. But I've taken some good trades on bank holidays, to be fair. Surprisingly. Let's hit a Wordle today. We got 2 minutes till London Open, I do believe. Pre-London, pardon me. But we ain't going anywhere yet. Trade. Got to start off with trade. That's rough. Hello. Ends in an E. Snake. Even though there's no A. It's a 15-minute close, and yeah, not much has happened. Wordle. No. If you've done it, don't let me know. Literally don't know. Can't even think of any words right now. FR. Bruise. Bruise. Who's a Ooh. Goldie. Goldie's pushing. Yeah, this range in here, there's just, like, look at this. There's so much you can get caught up on. If you try and wait for closures above there, much rather just wait for here. But we are pushing. If anyone took this sell below the break of this level, I would definitely be going break even right now. But I don't think anyone did. Oh, maybe bolts. Mobsay. There's no L, is there? Anyone got any ideas? Struggling. Wow, look at gold. Daily flipping. Worst trade of the week, mate. It always sucks. I don't know why. My worst trading day is always Monday. It's just always been. It just tends to be low volume, but you know, we'll see. I'm so lost. I'm just looking at this GJ level, and the more I look at it, the more I think we should move it down to here. And the reason is, I just don't like this small little range here. I think if we can wait for below here, we get 9, nearly 10 pips to break even, and then 30 pips to potentially fill this range and continue down. So yeah, I think that's a lot nicer for me. We look to the left here, trying to see how this area went in the past. Oh, there's going to be nothing here. Because the daily was like at a all-time highs. So, wow, look at this flipping now. So that is why I didn't want to go this area. Such a small range, and you got a pretty strong resistance right there. You can see we filled the range and then pushed back. Horse. That's a good idea. Ooh. Horse. Core. Too easy. Look at this win rate, guys. Look at this win rate. Do I still trade using the break and retest? Technically, I do, yeah. I was talking about this the other day. Wow. I'll answer that in a sec. I just want to look if we can... Could there be a potential fake out here? It would be in line with the daily. 4 hour respecting these levels. There could be a potential fake out above these areas. Yeah. 30-minute. So we would have to have 30-minute closures back above here. Then we would have 10 pip wick. Yeah, this area, I'm just not a big fan of this area in here, to be honest. If it was a bit cleaner, yes, I would be looking at fake outs, but right now I'm not really too keen on fake outs. So do I still trade using the break and retest? Technically, yes. It's just what I noticed when I was trading the break and retest was that price was moving every single day, and it moved like this. It would have a push, and then it would sort of consolidate. Then it would usually have a little bit of a fake out or a liquidity grab or whatever you want to call it, and then it would continue bullish. So what I was saying last week was that no matter what strategy you're trading, this pattern repeats itself very often in the markets. And what I'm doing now is just sort of figuring out how to trade that best. But when you look at this, no matter what strategy you're trading, it's all sort of the same. So let's say if you were trading break and retest, okay, if this was a key level, price breaks out, creates a high, okay, and let's say on a higher time frame, let's say this is the 5-minute, maybe on the 15-minute, price is going to look like price is going to look like a good old break and retest, just like this. Okay, won't have this noise. It'll just look like this, break and retest. Okay, but on the 5-minute, it might look like this, or this could be the 30, and this could be the hourly. Okay, but what I'm trading at the moment is one time frame up from this. Okay, so if we think about what this might look like on a higher time frame, it would look like this. If we think in terms of candles, let me just get rid of this. The first candle is going to open, and it's going to create a wick to facilitate these highs. Okay, and the wick's going to look something like that. Whoops. Something like that. And obviously we'll have a wick down for the lows. Okay, so it'll have a create a low, it'll push to create these highs, and then close probably somewhere in here. Okay, the next candle is going to open, it's going to come back for the retest, and then it's going to flip to continue to push and create that high. Okay, and it's going to look struggling to draw today. It's going to look like this. Okay, and that is essentially all I'm doing now. I'm waiting for price to close above. And what does that mean? It means that on the lower time frame, we've created a new high. Okay, then I'm waiting for price to wick down. Okay, which means that we've created a retest on the lower time frames. And then I'm waiting for price to flip bullish, which means that we're continuing. Okay, so technically it's all the exact same thing. Okay, the other thing is, like, if let's say you're a smart money trader or whatever, you're saying price pushed, it created support, now it's broken the lows, grabbed liquidity and pushed further. Same thing. Okay, same thing with fib. If you draw fib from here to here, chances are this retest is going to be right in your key levels. Okay, it's going to be your 0.5, 0.618. Same thing. Same thing with patterns, same thing with whatever you're trading. This pattern is just how the market moves. For me, is how I've seen it move. And this strategy that I'm using now is just my way of seeing that. So yeah, technically I am still trading break and retest. It's just looking at it from a different sort of perspective. Wow. So we got a minute and a half till that 15-minute closes. Let me just get rid of all this. Okay, Goldie, let's see what happens here. How's the 4 hour? 4 hours looking good. Yeah, I like this. 1 hour, 30-minute. So don't think we're going to get it on this 15-minute, but probably the 30-minute won't be too bad. Or maybe we, well, it would be great if we have this 15-minute close, next 15 bit of a retracement, and then we close the next 15 above to fill this range. If that would happen, we could probably take it off the rip because we've already had that retest. But if this 30 just closes above without any retest, we'll have to wait for a nice bottom wick to fill this range. Do you think it's possible to trade using just one time frame, or is it better to utilize all time frames because it gets confusing? Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, I don't know, but I've seen traders that trade just look at one time frame, just look at one pattern, and they make money. That's the thing. I don't think there's really any strategy that isn't going to work if you're taking the right trades time after time after time after time. Like, it's going to be hard to find a strategy that isn't going to work if you take the right trades and you don't do dumb shit for a very long time. Chances are you'll make money, but that's the hard thing, not doing dumb shit for a very long time. Easier said than done, but yeah, you can definitely do it. But for me, to be able to look at the higher time frames is just the price just makes a lot more sense to me when I can look at the daily and look at the 4 hour and the weekly and see that, okay, if we're breaking above on the 30-minute, and we can see the daily also has this wick to fill, plus we have the 4 hour pushing bullish and we can test these highs, like, I don't know, it just makes so much more sense to me. And I find it also filters out a lot of trades. There was a trade on gold that we didn't take on Friday because of the daily not in our way, and it ended up going the right way. We would have had a W, but you know, the daily just wasn't in our direction, and I find through my back testing that using the high time frames just, I don't know, it just makes a lot more sense to me, and I find I trade better. So yeah, but like I said, there's no right or wrong way of looking at the markets, because for anyone to claim that they understand the markets or know what's going on in the markets is BS. Like, there's so much stuff that goes into price printing out here and creating candles. There's no chance anyone knows what's going on. There's maybe repeatable patterns, and you might have your little bit of understanding of what's going on, but there's no chance you can say, oh, the daily's doing this, so if this doing this. You just have to have your edge and your prediction. Not your prediction, your little piece of the market, and that's all you can do. Like, and if that's okay, I'm seeing a double bottom or a breakout, I'm gonna take it. Okay, I don't care about the high time frames. I know that there's a good chance if we break out, we can fill this range. Bearish or bullish, I don't care. And chances are you'll make money if you can just not do dumb shit for a long time. So Goldie's pushing above here. GJ had a little bit of a fake out. So yeah, GJ not doing much. We could see something on gold here, depending on whether we respect this level or not. But yeah, it does take time to. I didn't trade the daily or look at the daily and the weekly part of me until very recently, and I've been trading for almost over 2 years. So it's definitely hard to try and incorporate it. And there's nothing wrong with just looking at the lower time frames and being like, this makes sense, I'm going to take a trade. But I don't know, I just find I understand my setups a bit better when I look at the higher time frames. Let's see what this 15-minute does. So this is good. A nice little rejection we're seeing here. So I really don't mind if this, you know, comes down all the way and then pushes back up above. Do I journal my trades? Yes, I do. I have built actually a custom Excel template. So yeah, and that'll actually be released pretty soon, which is pretty cool. You can track like everything from the trade setups, your time frames, sessions, whatever. It's pretty useful. Get that out soon. But yes, I do journal my trades. Definitely a good idea to journal your trades if you're not doing it. And it's definitely an effort. It's a bit of a chore to do it all the time, but it forces you to look back and be like, why did I do this? And a lot of times in the past, I've journaled my trades, and I also have like a little section where I write down as I'm taking the trade, why I'm taking it, what I was thinking, and then looking back at that little comment after I've taken the trade, you think about it and you're like, why did I do that? And then you realize it's your I don't know, it's like your ego telling you, you need to take this because you're going to miss out, or you're going to do this, or you're going to do that. And when you look back at it, you're like, it's never on. It was never a good trade. I remembered you mentioned you were doing economics and trading is something you wish to pursue. Did you mean working as a retail trader or for banks? Not really. I really want to trade for myself. I mean, I think if I was to get a job, like in an actual legit job, it wouldn't be trading, because I want to trade for the freedom of it. So I can work for 2-3 hours a day and then work on other things. But if I was to get an actual job, I mean, I probably wouldn't choose trading. I'd choose something, I don't know, something to do with people, or I don't know. To be honest, I'm just getting my uni degree done because I'm so freaking sick of it. It's just, but we're almost there. But it definitely helps. You know, I used to think like past a year ago or something, I was like, yeah, I won't ever need this uni degree. I'm going to be loaded, really rich from trading in like a couple of months. And I like stopped trying at uni altogether because I was just like, I won't need it. I'm going to be rich in like a few months. But that just puts on in your mind that trading is an easy path to get rich, which is just not true. So what it does is it makes you think that this is going to happen quick. This trading thing is going to happen quick. And it's not going to require you to do hard things. All you have to do is just, you know, trade for a bit every day, which is just not the case. So yeah, I realized that, and the past year I've been grinding uni a bit, just getting it done, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it. I only got like a year left, so I was like, you know what, let's get it done, and then we can really like put everything towards trading after that. So yeah, that's actually why I was away for so long. I just didn't have the time to post, do uni and trade and work, and it was just, but yeah, I hear that uni degree will never hinder. It's good to have, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have, but I don't know. I just think it sets you up literally to get a job and work for the rest of your life. And the idea of that, just I hate it. I hate that idea that I'm gonna have to wake up every single day and do something that fulfills someone else's vision or someone else's dream. Like, I don't know, dude. My dream would just be wake up, like trade 2-3 hours a day, be very hyper focused on my trading, like know exactly what I'm doing, be very like meticulous about how I'm going about it, and then once I'm done trading, I can work on other things that I'm building, or building businesses, or giving value, stuff like that. So yeah, but in saying that, I do love trading. I do love sort of just raw trading, the idea of how the markets move, the psychology of it. I really do love trading. All right, so Goldie doesn't look like we're going to get a close above. We got 2 minutes left. We've created a nice bottom wick. We look on the 30 though, we'll still have to wait for a bottom wick if this closes above. But let's see. Just turn the light on. This year I made my company more than 5 times more than I earn. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with like getting a job and whatever, because in the end you are providing value to the world, no matter what you're doing. Whereas if you're sitting at home trading, you're not really providing value, but it's the power of what you can do once you figure that trading out, of what you can do to then give value. Because like technically, if you're just sitting here taking trades, the only value you're actually providing is like being a participant in the market. I mean, you're not making anyone else's life better. You're not... The only thing about trading that is beneficial to other people is if you sort yourself out, then you can sort everyone else around you. You know what I mean? Like, if you've got your shit figured out, then the people around you will benefit. And I love that idea about trading. Because if you can support your parents and your whatever, like, the people around you will just benefit. So, yeah. All right, this is pretty perfect here on Goldie. Pretty perfect. If we can just get the next 15 to close above, even if we create a bit of a pullback and then continue bullish, that's fine. How old are you guys watching? I'm just curious. Let us know in the chat. Because I think I generally have a younger audience, but this is looking really nice. Really, really nice. 27, 37. Wow. Yeah. It's interesting. There's so many recently. I've noticed there's a lot of traders on Instagram and Twitter and whatever around my age. And I posted a Twitter video about this the other day. It's like, we think straight out of school we're gonna trade for a year or two and then be absolutely rich. And yeah, I had that mindset where I was like, it's gonna be 2 years and I'm never gonna need anything I ever learned in school or whatever. But it's a mindset of laziness, I think. To be honest, I had a mindset that, yeah, all I have to do is just this easy trading every day and I'll be sweet for the rest of my life. But you can't have that mindset. If anything, the last year I've been more like inclined to do very hard things that I don't want to do, because I think it benefits my trading a lot. Like uni, like doing jobs, like doing whatever. Instead of just, being like, I'm just going to trade for 2 hours a day and that's it, no matter what. And I'm never going to work a job or never going to do this or that. Yeah, just it puts a mindset on your trading of it's an easy thing and it's gonna be easy, but yeah, it's just not the case. Right, so we got 10 minutes till the next 15-minute close. Looks like GJ might be finding some resistance up here to continue bearish. How big is this range? 7 pips. Will we get our first trade today on stream? Who knows? Yeah, you can see you can tell it's a bank holiday. There's a push and then we're sort of, I don't know if we're gonna push today. Wow. Started 10 years ago. Yeah, wow. I mean, that's the thing with trading. Each time you have this, like, you mess up, you think, okay, today's the day. I'm not going to do anything stupid. From now on, I'm going to follow the plan. You have that mindset and you just repeat it over and over and over and over again. You think every time, okay, it's going to work this time. It's going to work this time because this time I'm going to follow my plan. And then 3 days later, you find yourself taking a trade that you know you shouldn't have. Or you look back and you take 3 losses in a row and then all of a sudden you throw everything out the window and you start over leveraging, over trading, or trying to win it back or whatever. And it's just a cycle. It just goes on and on and on. But yeah, you just gotta, I don't know. I've just been like, everything I do in life has to resemble how I want to trade. So when I wake up in the morning and I tell myself I'm going to wake up at 7:30, yet I don't wake up at 7:30, how can I be a disciplined, successful trader if I'm telling myself I'm going to wake up at 7:30, then I sleep in? Or it's like, if I lie to myself about, why I'm doing this, how can I be honest in my reflection when I'm trading to take the right trades? And that's really been a game changer for me. Everything I do in life links with how I want to be as a trader. If I'm going out with my friends and I'm not confident, or I'm, feeling a bit down, or I don't back myself when I talk to someone or whatever, like, how can I be a confident, good trader when I can't even do that in real life? And I don't know, when I thought about it like that, my trading just slowly started picking up and picking up and picking up, because it was just what I did in my life just started transferring to my charts. And yeah, the other thing that really helped me is starting this live stream. I've noticed since I started, I have no need to try and win money or do anything. All my focus is just on winning the next trade. I don't care about the money. I don't care about anything else. I just want to win the next trade. Because I want to give off good value to the people watching. So I'm not gonna sabotage myself. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. I'm gonna be patient and wait for the right setups, and I'm just gonna take the right trades. But in saying that, who knows? We're all gonna slip up every now and then. But the most important thing in trading is just not stopping, because you're gonna get there, no matter what. If you don't stop, if you keep showing up every day, you're gonna get there. So, if you learn anything from anyone online, it's just don't stop. Beautiful day here in Sydney. Love trading the London session in Sydney. Perfect time, afternoon sun coming in. Goated. I mean, the decision you make, yeah, 100%. And I think it definitely just comes from backtesting. Or maybe not even backtesting, but experience And knowing that when you take this trade, let's say this candle breaks out, if I take this trade, win or lose, I know that I followed the plan and I know the plan works. So I don't care really if this wins or loses. It's just another day trading. It's just another day where I come to my computer and trade. Win or lose, I don't care. Obviously, you know, you're gonna feel a bit shitty if you lose or whatever. But if you know that if you just take this trade that follows your plan over a long period of time, you know that it makes money. So, you know, why would you care if this one trade doesn't work out? Like, it doesn't make sense really. But then again, we're all human, and when you take an L, it sucks. And then you take another stupid trade, and then you take another L, and then you're like, I'm so far down, I may as well just blow this account and start over again. I actually heard that the other day. It's this guy was talking about how he used to, if he got to like, you know, a decent enough drawdown, he'd just be like, all right, screw it, I'm blowing this account. And I don't know, I just sort of related to that. Like, I've blown a few accounts, and I feel like once you get past a certain stage, you're like, you know what, screw it, let's just blow this account, let's just go all in and we'll get lucky. And then it just turns to gambling. But what that does is it makes a mindset of just that you're never going to change. You're going to keep doing the same shit over and over and over again. So yeah, it's interesting. Right, I definitely related to that when he said that. I think it was on the Words of Wisdom podcast. Can't remember which one, but he said it and I was like, that's very true. So we're seeing a very nice retest here. Okay, very nice retest. I am just a bit wary of this volume. You know, if we're going to be able to push up here and then continue. But we're getting some movement. But it should be a good week to finish off the month. Sydney is beautiful. Yeah, it's a very nice place. I lived in South Africa, Pretoria, for the first 10 years of my life. And like moving to Sydney, you just realize like, holy shit, this place is freaking nice. Like, you know, you can leave your front door unlocked the whole day and there's a 1% chance you may get robbed. Like, crime is really low, weather's really nice. The only thing shit about Sydney is the nightlife, which, like, they have these lockout laws and pretty much everything closes at like 12 a.m. You can't get in anywhere, which as a 20-year-old, you know, not the best. But I mean, I don't really go out, don't really drink either, so it's just, but yeah, it does suck a bit because it's such a good city, but then the nightlife just sucks. come to Malaysia. One day, mate. One day. One day I'll, I think my plan is once I graduate uni, I'm gonna trade for like two years, probably a year and a bit. And while I'm doing that, I want to travel. I want to sort of trade and travel. Maybe trade for a month and travel for like 2 weeks. Trade for a month, travel for 2 weeks. I think that would be so cool, especially when you're young. Live in let's say like go to London, live there for like 2 months, trade for 2 months, and then go travel Europe for 3 weeks. And then, you know, go live in somewhere else, trade for 3 months, and then go travel for 3 weeks or something. I reckon that'd be so sick. Because that's what we're trying to do, isn't it? With trading? Freedom. Well, time. But time is freedom. This is looking very nice on Goldie. If we can push above, you can see we created that retest. So this is whoever asked if I still trade the break and retest. Like, here's a perfect example. You can see price breaks above, creates a retest, but on the 30-minute, all you can see is bullish candle, and then we're creating a bottom wick. So if we flip, it'll just be, or on the hourly, all you can see is just one big candle. So it's just all sort of seeing it from a different perspective. Yeah, volume is just not here today, is it? I mean, you can't really expect anything else. How's the rest of the week looking? Pretty chill week. We got NFP on Friday, but besides that, it's pretty chill. Currency nicknames. I don't know any of the currency nicknames. This would be fun. Forex trading scams. I might do these, not gonna lie. Be fun. Support and resistance levels. How can I do this? Resistance. What do you call a line drawn along the bottom of... Did I get that wrong? What? What do you call a line drawn along the bottom of easily identified values? A downtrend line. What? Oh, the bottom, right. Trading the break. Correct. What is created when you draw a parallel line at the same angle of an uptrend or a downtrend? I'm struggling to visualize that. Parallel line. Parallel. Channel. Yes. Okay, this one's boring. Currency nicknames. This will be more fun, surely. The Juffy. Surely that's the GJ. Juppy. The Guppy. Matey. That's going to be the... Ooh. It's one of these. Matey. I feel like it'd be that. AED, USD. The Goffer. 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 GJ. The Ninja. Oh, come on. Of course it's gonna be GJ. The Funds. Ooh. Euro USD. The Funds. I'd assume Euro USD because it's like the big dogs, right? USD CAD. The Loonie, that is USD CAD. Yes. The Aussie. That's easy. Fiber. EU, I think. Yes. The channel, that's going to be EG, English Channel. Yeah. Swissy, I wonder. What? Oh, right. Okay. The Yuppie. UJ. EJ. Greenback, USD. Kiwi, NZD. The cable. EG, no. GU. Cool. There's not much going on, guys. Might stay for another half an hour. See what happens. Otherwise, we'll call it a day. Maybe gold breaks above. But like I mentioned, as we move closer to NY session and the Tokyo session closes, we have no banks operating. So the chances of us moving, except Aussie dollar banks, which will be like closed by now. So chances of us moving is just becoming less and less, which is fine. Let's do another quiz. What is Forex? One currency pair against another currency pair. True. What? Oh, global market. Decentralized market. Tricksters. I believe it's the FX market. Yes. $60 trillion, I think. 6 trillion. No way it's 6 trillion. Apple's like 1 trillion or 2 trillion. Yeah, 60 trillion. Wow, 6.6 trillion. That's crazy. 2.76 trillion. And the Forex market is 6.6 trillion. Oh, each day. They could have specified that. Thought they meant like, oh well. How many letters do currency symbols have? 3. NU. What? I'm struggling. Greenbacks. Okay, this is boring. So Goldie giving a big old retracement, and GJ giving a big old doing nothing. So 4 hour has respected this area, coming back into this range, but again, there is nothing for us to trade in this range. So just gotta wait. Just a sec. Still nothing. Really nice structure here on gold. We can see the push, create a high. Now we're retesting. But yeah, we're just lacking some volume to continue to break above here. And I don't really want to be taking, technically we could say we've created a high, and if we find support here, so if we close bullish, probably on the 15-minute, we can continue up to here. Worked last week on this right here. We can see created a high, closed bullish, created support, and then we push bullish to fill that range right there. But like technically we're still just ranging. Like if you look at the 1 hour, we've rejected this level, haven't really created a high. Okay, so that's why I'm not really looking at that, because we're still sort of in this range. If we broke above and then we were coming back, then I'd take buys off of support forming, but we don't quite have that. I was looking at something like that on GJ, because we can see on the 30-minute we pushed out of this area, created a low. Now we're forming support, resistance, but we can see we've already filled this range. So yeah, not much you can do there. But that's a very common trade I take. Probably, maybe not. My breakout's my most common setup. My other setup is just wait for price to create a high, it comes back, and either there's a support level right here. So like in the past, you would have had candles closing around here and then rejecting this area. So it would look like this. So you'd have a like support area right here. Price creates a high, comes back. A 30-minute or 15-minute candle closes bullish with a rejection or something, and then you can take buys above this high to fill and retest back to this previous high. Okay, something like that happens very often, especially if, first of all, this range is clean, if price moved well here in the past, and also if obviously you have volume from London or New York or something. But yeah, we can, if we look on gold, you know, we did create a high, but technically we're still just in this range. So wow, look at GJ rejecting this level. So if we look at GJ on the daily now, we have created a bottom wick. Daily's flipping. So maybe we come back and fill this range. Who knows? But again, quad bank holiday. Quad kill. Not a triple kill. Quad. Oh no, it's 5. Pentakill. Penta bank holiday. So volume will be low. You know what we could do? We could backtest. Let's do that. Let's set an alert right here. GJ. Anything on GJ? Nah. Okay. Let's backtest. Why not? It's a bit hard to backtest this system on TradingView because you don't have simulation. So you don't have the tick data, but it still works. So let's we'll keep an eye on gold. But let's get a quick backtesting session in. Why not? Okay, so where are we at? Don't want to go too far back, otherwise we won't have the 15-minute and the 5. September. Okay. So I'll trade the London. Let's see how this goes. So first of all, 4 hour we can see we've broken these lows. Obviously pushing down. I'm not going to flip to the daily because that will it'll fill the rest of the day, obviously. But if we think about how the daily will look, obviously we'll have a bearish daily. The previous daily may be bullish in terms of higher time frames, but right now the sentiment is bearish. We're pushing bearish. So let's see how the lower time frames look. So again, 1 hour we can see we've broken lows, broken these lows. We have broken back into this level. So let's just have a look here. Right. Okay. So simple as this. I'm just going to have wait for a break below there, and then we can look at sells. Okay. Let's have a look what happens. In terms of buys, maybe not the worst idea. 15-minute. Nah, not really too keen on buys. You got resistance right here. If you guys see anything on gold or GJ, make sure to let me know. Gold is rejecting here really nicely, but I don't know if we're going to move up. Anyway, let's get back to this. So if we break above here, yeah, it's not really a nice level, is it? 17 pips. All right. Okay. I'm happy to say if we break that level, we can look at some buys. Obviously, it's a bit hard because we don't have the higher time frame. But what's the time here? Pre-London. Okay. So you can see a bit of a just consolidation. Wow, there we go. Is that news? Obviously. Past London session anyway. So yeah, let's go to the next day. Asia. This is in EST time on my screen, by the way. On EST. So one more. Okay. So now we can see, obviously, this daily would have pushed, still sort of ranging, but obviously we're very bullish at the moment. We've had a bit of a retracement. This 4 hour close with no bottom wick, which means likely we're going to retrace. We have created a new high. So let's look on the lower time frames to see what's going on here. 30. Ooh, this is shaping up nice. 15. Okay. So we can see above here, a very nice level to take buys. And obviously, this is just simple. Below here, we got clean clean levels to take sell. So let's see what happens. This is on the 15. Nice. Okay, so this is a 15 close. Broken all these highs. Broken that high. How big is this? 15 pips. And we can target all the way up here. Okay, so we have to keep in mind this is a 15-minute close, not a 30. So what I'm going to do is, so this is where it gets hard because it's not a simulation. So you don't get tick data. But what I'm going to do is if this wicks down to these levels for a retest, so if it wicks down first, even if it wicks up but hasn't created a bottom wick, I won't take it. If it wicks down and creates a bottom wick and then flips back to bullish, I will take it. Okay, and we'll go depending on where the stop is, break even, probably TP1 around here. Okay, 16 pips. So let's see what happens. Nice. Okay, so I don't know if we'll have the 5-minute data. No, we don't. For fuck's sake. That's super annoying. Let's go back. So you can see that bottom wick did just form really nicely. Where are we? Where were we at? September? Gosh, this is so annoying. I knew it didn't have 5-minute data, yet I still did it. Long position. Go to position. That helped. Okay. So, wow. That would have worked out nice. Actually, no, it wouldn't have. 15-minute. Fuck's sake. Don't go to the 5-minute. Need to create a reminder. Where the fuck is this thing? Oh my freaking goodness, guys. Okay, there it is. Let's just go into replay. Okay. Took a while, but we got there in the end. So what would have happened here? How far did we move? Probably would have taken an L, not gonna lie. Ooh, 10 pips. I mean, maybe I closed half as price pushed down, but I did say break even here. There was no reason to go break even before then. So yeah, let's say we took an L. Anything happening? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's say we took an L. Minus, how many pips was that? 34 pips. Wow, that's an L. Actually, no, would have been less. Stops would have been below this candle, so 23.5. Okay. Let's do a few more trades. We'll go to the next day because, yeah. Full hour. Okay. Where are we at? Perfect. 1 hour, 30 minutes. So still pretty early. It's still Asia session. One more hour. Okay, so this is pre-London, start of pre-London. So let's have a look what happens here. So currently we're just ranging in this area. Let's see if we can get a breakout of some sort. Okay. Let's just have a look to the left here. Oh, this looks nice. So we got some stuff here. Other than that though, looks pretty clean, doesn't it? So this is a 15-minute close. So because we haven't closed with a bottom wick, I'm gonna wait for the 30 to close. Yeah. Okay, so 30 has just closed. Let's have a look how the 30 looks. 30 does not look bad. Okay, so again, I'm gonna enter here. Whoops. Enter here, and I want to see a bottom wick be created first. At least down to these levels. If it doesn't reach these levels, I won't enter. And we'll have break even at this level and TP1 right here. Okay, so let's see. So stop loss will be below the wick that we create, and we're trying to fill this wick. Okay, so London Open, let's see, there we go. So we wouldn't have entered that. If we look on the 15, we can see we never, like we created the bottom wick, but then we didn't flip. Okay, so I mean, maybe that wick flipped. I don't know, it's hard to tell, but I don't think we would have entered that, because we created the bottom wick but then didn't flip. Okay, so what we can do now is look for buys to continue. Like I mentioned before, when we create this new high, we create support and then we can continue bullish. Okay, so we could have a trade right here. The reason is, if we just look at this, we've created a new high right here. The price has respected this level of support right here. We've rejected this level. Although we haven't closed bullish yet, we can clearly see this is a level where we've rejected. And if we break these highs, we can continue bullish. Okay. This is also a 30-minute close. Okay, I don't mind this. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Okay, so what I'm going to do, enter a buy stop above there. Stops are going to be below this 15-minute candle, and we'll go break even right there. Okay. Okay, and again, wouldn't have entered. So yeah, we just wait. Okay. Oh, it's not London anymore. But let's trade New York. Why not? It's very hard to backtest this when you don't have the simulation, if I'm honest. Because you can't sort of say, okay, a wick's been created, so now we can fill the wick or whatever. It's a bit hard. But this looks nice. 30-minute created a broke below. But this area to the left doesn't look very clean. So let's just go to the next day. We'll do one more day. Hopefully we can actually get a trade. What's gold doing? Ooh, Goldie. We'll do one more day. Ooh. Okay, so 4 hour broken above this level. Let's have a look on the lower time frames. 30. We just missed London again. Let's just trade New York. Ooh. Ooh, this looks very nice. Okay, so we have break even around there. Oh no, how big is this range? Oh yeah, 17 pips. Okay, so what we've created, we've broken out. Now we have retested back to this level. So if we can break these highs of this candle, we should be able to continue bullish. Okay, and I'll have break even at the fill of this wick. Nice. Okay, so definitely would have taken some profit as this candle pushed bullish. So let's have a look. Yeah, so probably around these areas, we definitely would have taken, yeah. So let's say we took 80% off right there, and we're sitting at break even. Yeah, so break even, but 42 times 80. 33 pips. So simple as that. And that's simply just 15-minute. If you look, price created that high, retested, then we broke above and continued bullish. Okay, so there's no way I would have let this thing run 40 pips and not taken anything off. So obviously, you know, would have taken some profit, but yeah. All right, well, that's just an example. It's a bit hard on TradingView to backtest because you don't have the simulation. It's better on soft Forex where you can actually get the simulation going. But again, there's not much happening here, guys. The only thing that could happen is gold pushes above and breaks out of here to fill this range, 15 pip range, or GJ breaks above or below. And I don't see that happening by the end of this London session. So that is going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that backtesting session, just a bit of fun. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll stream every single day this week. Maybe not Friday, not sure, but otherwise every single day, starting at 1:30 a.m. EST, so 3:30 my time. And yeah, hopefully we can have a good week. Make sure to like, follow me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good week.